charge, that you have the right to plead not guilty. Have a judge or a jury decide if you're guilty or not. If we had a trial, if you pled not guilty, we'd have a trial. The state would call their witnesses to testify against you. You would have the right to cross-examine them through your attorney. Also, you'd have the right to present your own evidence, either through witnesses or through your own testimony if you consented to do that. You understand that we're not going to have a trial.
Yes.
Also, you understand that the range of punishment for this DWI first offense is anywhere from a zero fine up to $2,000, anywhere from 72 hours in jail up to 6 months in jail. Do you understand the range of punishment? Ms. Woods, you might have to call back in. It appears like you're frozen. There you are.
My apologies. My internet's been cut out every few seconds. I'm sorry.
That's fine. You understand the range of punishment on this first offense, DWI?
Yes, ma'am.
Is anyone forcing you to enter this plea today?
No, ma'am.
You're doing so freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
You understand that any plea bargain that's been worked out between you and your attorney in the state of Texas is not binding on the court. If I don't feel like it's appropriate, I can reject the plea agreement, and then you would be allowed to withdraw any plea that you have made.
Yes.
However, if I accept the plea bargain, then I would have to give you permission to appeal any specific defects or errors in this case, and also any matters that may have been raised by any pretrial motions that were filed by you and your attorney prior to trial. So there's a very limited right of appeal. You probably would not have a right to appeal this case if you're pleading to it. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a citizen of this country?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that pleading to a DWI may have an impact.
I'm sorry, you cut out just a little bit.
Oh. Can you hear me?
Oh, no, ma'am, I did not hear the last part. I'm sorry.
Okay. You understand that a pleading to a driving while intoxicated charge may have some impact on your driver's license?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Flores, are you satisfied your client understands her rights and the waiver of them?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that your client is mentally competent to enter this plea today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh. Well, let's see. After the right of appeal document, I signed it and then it kicked me out.
So once you sign it, Your Honor, the clerk will approve it. You should get it right back.
Okay.
Let me call the clerk, but see if we can see if I can get it to send it to you at least so you can look at it. Let me see. Yeah, here you go. Let me do that. Well, Did you get to sign it?
I got to the right of appeal document and then I signed it and it kicked me out.
Huh. Okay, well then, because I noticed the one I just sent you, it's not signed.
Let's see.
So let me do it again. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to reload it to you. But I was in the middle of the other thing. Let me get rid of this.
Your Honor, I could also send you a copy that's signed to your email if you would like.
Um, okay, I haven't done one of these where it's already been signed. So would the copy that you send me, Mr. King, allow me to sign it as well?
There's no further places for you to sign. You've signed every place that you needed to.
What the plea document? I
Yep.
mean, the that has all the conditions and not the actual judgment, but just the plea, summation of the plea and what it's going to entail.
That will be the plea notes that I sent you in a separate document that you said that you had already received.
Okay, let's see. So, okay, let's go over that then. Miss Woods, in this cause number 650-465, to the charge of driving while intoxicated, first offense, how do you wish to plead? Guilty or no contest?
With Mr. Flores, I believe, I guess, guilty.
It was a
Mr.
guilty plea.
Okay.
Guilty?
Yes.
Okay, I don't see a. Sorry, I'm not familiar with this particular paperwork. I'll accept your plea of guilty. There is a $750 fine, 450 of which is probated so that you would not have to pay 450 of that 750 fine as long as you abide by all the conditions of your probation.
Okay.
Court costs are due. You'll be confined in the Bexar County Jail for 150 days. However, I will suspend that sentence and instead place you on probation for a period of 16 months. There's 60 hours of community service, which I believe you're getting credit for.
Okay.
Well, it says 24 hours credit for the community service hours with proof of COVID vaccination to the probation officer.
Okay.
Did you go over all this with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just making sure. So the APSE class is ordered. The DWI education class is ordered.
Okay.
It also has 30 days, a TAP evaluation, sorry, and any recommendations that should be followed after that TAP evaluation. And then 30 days of house arrest with work privilege beginning April 1st, 2022. 8 hours of counseling with a psychologist or psychiatrist of your choice. The intensive outpatient is held in abeyance, which I would take to mean that as long as things are okay, you would not have to do intensive outpatient. But if there are issues, you may be ordered by the court to do intensive outpatient.
Okay.
Any other conditions I'm not going over, Mr. King?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. And Mr. Flores, that is also your understanding of the plea recommendation and the the plea, the conditions of probation?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Woods, do you have any questions at this time?
No, ma'am. Just the part a little bit when you said the 16 months. So is that a year and
A year and 4 months of probation.
okay. I thought it was 6 months, but I don't know how that goes. Like if I finish everything sooner, or how that may go.
I'll ask you, Mr.
No.
King, was that or Mr. Flores, did I recite that wrong?
No, Judge, the offer was for 16 months
Okay,
probation.
Okay.
Okay.
And if Ms. Woods has Ms. Woods, I can meet with you in a breakout room if you have a
Okay.
question about that, but it was for 16 months. We have to-
Okay. Well, sounds good to me.
Thank you, ma'am. Good luck to you, Ms. Woods. And Mr. Flores, do you want to go into a breakout room?
Yes, I would appreciate that, Judge.
Okay, thank you. You're going to be asked to join a breakout room, Ms. Woods. Good luck to you. And if you have any other questions, please talk to your probation.
And Your Honor, she will also need to meet with Mr. Richardson too to go over the terms of probation.
Okay, and when do you make an appointment, Mr. Richardson?
Judge, so we're doing everything through Zoom, so I would just need to get a good email address, phone number, and address from her, and we'll reach out to her with them.
And so today you would do that in a breakout room, or?
Yes, I'm gonna go talk to her.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. After I'm done with Ms. Woods in the breakout room, may I be excused, Judge?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Mr. Martinez, you're here for Lucretia Robinson.
Don't hold it. Good afternoon, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon. Yes.
Yes, sir. I filed a motion to withdraw. Should be there with the court. It's been file stamped, and I think that's what's set today.
Let me see if I have it. I don't think I have it, Mr. Martinez. Can you go over it for me, please?
Yes, Your Honor. It's a motion to withdraw.
Yes.
At this time, communication with Ms. Robinson has become unattainable. I've met with her. We've been to jail court. We've had a hearing, and every time the communication is just dissolved. So I was just asking at this time, since I'm unable to communicate with my client and facilitate what she needs for her defense, she be reappointed to a new attorney. So the court appointed case, Your Honor.
And is this the only charge she has pending?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hold on, let me check. I don't have, because it was an add-on. This is an assault case. Are there any protective orders or restraining orders in effect?
It is a regular assault, Your Honor, against a non-family member. So if there's a bond condition, it would be against that individual, but it's not a family member. It is just a regular assault case.
Okay. And how long have you been on the case, Mr. Martinez?
Longer than 10 days, Your Honor. I think
Okay.
going on about 30 days.
Ms. Robinson, do you have any objection to getting another attorney appointed to you?
Yes, ma'am, because see, Mr. Martinez failed to understand that at the time that he was asking me to do something, I was having family problems, and my father was gonna bar me out, but he came down here and he had no chance to talk to Mr. Martinez. I know I'm grown and I could have did it myself, but he wanted to talk to him because he didn't want me to have a felony on my record. But now my father has gotten COVID and is very sick, and I want to get out of here so I can go back to Florida before anything happens to my father. But I haven't had a chance to talk to him. It's always on here, and I'd like to talk to him besides on here, so I can tell him these type of things. But if that's what he want to do, I can't stop him. But I do
Okay.
need to get back to Florida before my
To-
father passed away.
Did you say Florida?
Yes, ma'am. I'm not from San Antonio.
Okay. I'm going to grant the motion to withdraw, and we'll get you an attorney as soon as possible, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. Maybe excuse.
Yes, sir.
Just push again.
Mr. Herbst,
Yes, Your Honor.
are we still waiting for a pretrial? No, not pretrial.
I believe so, Your Honor.
Okay.
And I don't know where my client is. I don't know if he's present or not.
I don't see him, and there's nobody in the waiting room. Ms. Castillo, have we heard from Hector Garza's office about Godinez?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I thought I'd reported that he also is in a trial in the, let me see where. In the 285. So we're going to reset case.
Okay,
April 28, Your Honor.
thank you.
And I believe that there was another officer here, Diana Gutierrez. Let me re-invite her to see if she's got any word on the compliance.
Ms. Robinson, I'm going to ask that the court appointment office get you with another attorney here as soon as possible, so you don't have to stay on.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Leda, by chance, do you know who the next attorney is to be appointed for this cases?
Sorry, I was doing something else. Let me look at my list. So the next one would be Miss Susan Kramer.
She said I didn't have to stay on, so that's why I'm
Okay, thank you.
ask somebody, they have another attorney that they can get on that week. So she told me that I can get on.
Your Honor,
Yeah, she was like,
do not believe on this case, the Robinson case, Judge.
Yes.
Let me turn on my video for you. This is an ABI from offense date is February 6th of 2022. I believe that the defendant has been in custody since this happened, February 7th of 2022. It is now April 12th. Oh, wait, not April 12th, excuse me. It's now March 24th, 2022. So this defendant has been in custody for quite a bit of time since the arrest date. So at this time, I'm going to dismiss this case for further investigation so I can reach out and try to get a hold of any witnesses and the complaining witness that I've already tried to get in contact with. But I think at this point, it might be in the interest of justice to have this case dismissed for further investigation into what actually took place.
Okay. Which is fine with me. I'll sign the dismissal if you want to file a motion to dismiss. Ms. Robinson, we're discussing your case. The prosecutor has looked at it a little bit more, but she still needs to look into it further. But she's telling me that she's going to file a motion to dismiss at this time, and she will continue to investigate. Ms. Robinson, can you hear me?
Your Honor, I don't think she has her headphones on, so
Yeah,
maybe.
okay. All right.
But
But
yes,
you
Judge,
heard
that
her
is-
say that she's going to Florida.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
And as much, Your Honor, and if you're on the record, I would like to put this on the record that I have reviewed this case. I have spoken with the attorney that just withdrew on this case. She has been set for jail court a couple of times, but she's not been interested in taking a plea at that time. Due to COVID, as well as the current jail population, I do think that at this time, this will be in the interest of justice. And in the
That's
event
fine.
something else happens, Your Honor, then the state is within its jurisdiction to refile if that seems the right path to take.
Yeah, I don't have a problem.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll send that to your email shortly. Thank you.
Okay, and she can't hear us, so I guess can someone at the jail please give her or can we alert the jail to get her on?
Yes,
She's-
Judge, let me make a real quick.
Okay. Ms. Gutierrez, are you here for pretrial services?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do need to talk to you in just a second. Let me just talk to this one defendant. And we're here to talk about Michael Walker.
Yes, that's correct. Michael Walker.
Give me 1 second.
They're going to get to Ms. Robinson in a few minutes.
Okay. I guess let's go ahead and talk about Michael Walker then. Mr. Herbst is here. I don't know that Mr. Walker's here, though. Does not appear to be. Ms. Gutierrez, can you tell me about Mr. Walker and any compliance issues?
Yes, Judge. I haven't been able to get a hold of him since last month. In total, we have submitted 5 violation reports for non-enrollments. So we have been submitting these violations since last year of July 2021. And until this very moment, he has still not been supervised on an alcohol device, but he has been aware of his conditions.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I may respond,
Yes.
I believe that one of the major considerations here is that he doesn't have the funds for an in-home breathalyzer. He can't afford it.
Okay. Well, we're a little bit hampered by the fact that your client is not here.
Understood, Your Honor. I did everything I could to get him here.
Okay. Have you spoken to him recently?
I spoke with him this morning and he appeared in court this morning in front of you.
I'm sorry, he was here this morning?
Yes, Your Honor. He's got,
And was he told to come back this afternoon?
he was told and I told him as well.
So, is that the only violation that concerns some outlay of money? Ms. Gutierrez, can you tell me?
So far, that's the only reason I know that he hasn't been able to get the devices. I mean, at first he was saying he didn't have a vehicle to install the interlock. So then they modified his conditions to the portable, and then now his reason was, well, I don't have the funds last time I spoke to him. But I mean, he's had a year, so I'm not sure.
Do we know whether he's working?
Yes, I've spoken to his boss before in the past. Maybe at this very moment he's not employed, but from what I knew back then, he was employed and working.
And other than that, is he reporting to you as directed?
No, I haven't spoken to him since last month. He hasn't been answering my calls or text messages.
Mr. Herbst, do you know whether or not your client is employed?
It's kind of one of those shadowy things. I'm not really sure. I believe he works on cars.
I'm showing that it was reset to April 28th.
That's the case at large, Your Honor,
Yes.
which is a red file. There's no file on it.
Okay.
Case is 9 months old without a file.
Can I hear from one of the prosecutors on this case?
I've been
Yes, Your
working with
Honor. What's
Mr.
the issue?
King.
Mr. King?
It's
Yes.
ADA Sanchez, Your Honor.
Okay.
I got this, Jeff. What's the case number?
661051.
Michael Walker?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. What can I do for the court?
It's apparently been about 9 months since the arrest. Is that accurate?
Your Honor, the arrest date on this is May 13th of 2021.
Okay.
Sorry, the other boss called. That is my 7th.
Are you still waiting for reports to come in or videos or?
Your Honor, I would have to dive deeper into what we're waiting on. If we could potentially get this filed by tomorrow, if we do have everything uploaded for defense. And while I understand the amount of time that has passed, we do still have the amount given to us by statute to file a case. So
I get
while I know
that.
that it's a pressing matter, I do think that we are missing some toxicology reports. I can reach out to the lab, see if they have completed them, and if so, if they can send them to the state. And then at that point, we can reevaluate the case and determine whether or not it should be filed.
It's been 9 months, Your Honor.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, obviously it's still within the time limit, but I'm going to reset the compliance issues until April 28th as well. Let's see if we can get something filed by then.
What
Or
date,
not.
Your Honor?
April 28th.
Okay, Your Honor, we will have an answer by that date, if not sooner.
Okay, thank y'all.
Thank
Very
you, Your
good,
Honor.
Your Honor. Thank you. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. Ms. Robinson,
Yes, ma'am.
the state has informed me that they are going to dismiss your case probably today. They're going to send me the paperwork to do that. So you should be released. Now, they have the option of refiling the case
Yes.
within the time frame that they're given. So just because they dismiss doesn't mean that they could not refile if they wish to, after looking at the case a little more closely, talking to the alleged victim and things like that. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So I just want you to understand that part. But they are going to dismiss. They should send me the paperwork today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, and you're not being held on any other charges.
No,
Is that
ma'am.
correct?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you then.
You're welcome.
I
Have a nice
just
day.
wanted to tell you that.
Yes, ma'am.
And Judge, may I be dismissed? I was here for Michael Walker.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a nice day.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
ma'am. You too.
Oh.
So, Ms. Castillo, am I missing anything else? I know I'll have some paperwork to sign coming up.
I did send you the 2 motions to withdraw. You got them?
I think I've got one of them. I just got Robinson. I'll sign that.
And did Petronio, did you get that one?
I believe I did.
Okay, so I believe those were the only 2 that I forward to you. And then, of course, the plea paperwork on Ms. Wood. I think that was it.
Okay. All righty. Oh, let's see. Signature requested. Oh, I've got the motion to dismiss that we just talked about. So I'll sign that right now. And anything else that I get sent?
Thank you, Judge. And I think we are done.